I'm Chloe Hayden. I'm an actress, an advocate, an author.
I'm autistic and I have ADHD, so I got all the special interests, and my big one obviously is horses. My other one is Titanic. I don't choose what special interests I get or why I get them. I've got sharks, I love whales, I love ocean life. Disney is another huge interest. Dinosaurs started as a hyperfixation. Now I have a life-size dinosaur in my house. Special interests are so deeply integral to autistic people, and they're something that is still quite misunderstood. I wouldn't be here today without my special interests. I wouldn't have the career that I have. They taught me how to talk, how to be bold, and how to be brave, and how to speak up. They taught me how to look after myself. They are so deeply integral to every aspect of who I am as a person. I'm Chloe Hayden, and these are my objects for Powerhouse Materials Textiles. Growing up autistic and living in the city, for me, were not two things that went together. My grandparents lived in the country, and I would go out to their place all the time, and immediately I felt like all of the stress and pent up energy just depleted. I do genuinely believe that moving from city to country saved my life. I grew up feeling very isolated and feeling very distant from the world around me. The only time that this would change was when I was with horses. Horses are extensions of ourselves. If you struggle with identifying your emotions, horses will tell you what you're thinking and what you're feeling. My horses don't care that I'm different. They love me for who I am. I love them more than anything else in this world. Cowgirl fancy dress costume, object number 2009/6/1. I love expressing my personality and my loves and my interests on my body. Being an autistic person, when I love something, it takes over my entire being, and I want to be able to showcase that in as many ways as possible, and playing dress up is one of the ways that I do that. Hi, I'm Chloe Hayden. My pronouns are she, her. I'm an actress, an advocate, an author. I'm also autistic and ADHD, and these are my objects for Powerhouse Materials Textiles. Teddy bears have always been such a big part of my life. I probably own, I reckon 150 teddy bears. This little teddy in particular creates a response for me because my nan, she loved collecting teddy bears, and particularly ones that looked very, very similar to this. Robotic cow, object number 2008/52/1. I have ridden horses for my entire life, and my favorite thing to do with my horses is any sort of rodeo event and working with cows. And that's how you train. You train with these robot cows instead of taking in the real cows from the paddock. Hi, I'm Chloe Hayden. My pronouns are she, her. I'm an actress, an advocate, an author. I'm also autistic and ADHD, and these are my objects for Powerhouse Materials Textiles. As soon as I see these horses, it's like a deja vu almost. I had a string of these horses in my bedroom. Seeing things that I love creates this emotional, nostalgic response. They remind me so deeply of my childhood. Dryserbone coat made in Australia, worn by John Joyner. Object number 94/207/1. The Dryserbone is obviously an absolutely iconic part of the Australian horseman. I inherited my mum's Dryserbone that she got when she was 7, when I was also a little girl. And I love it. I think it's such a quintessential part of outback Australia. Miu Miu suede boots, object number 2011/43/92. These boots are the perfect object to describe me. The cowboy, the western, the beautiful colors, and the embroidery. They're such a beautiful encapsulation of who I am as a person. This little Mickey Mouse is particularly special. I've got 2 younger siblings who are Taiwanese, and we went to Hong Kong Disneyland and we brought them both little Mickey Mouse teddies. I consider those trips to Disneyland with my siblings some of the best days of my life.
Hi, I'm Chloe Hayden, and these are my objects for Powerhouse Materials Textiles. Barrier Reef and Seaweed Outfit by Linda Jackson. Object number 90/646. We get so set on dressing in a way that is aesthetic or whatever is trending, whatever everyone else is wearing. I think that's so boring. I think we should wear whatever makes us happy, and I think this just encapsulates that. Miniature Paper Mache Cows by Wilhelmina Jerd. Object number A160. I anthropomorphize my objects so deeply, and all of my little objects have these backstories. These little cows ignite that same adoration that I have for my real life horses and my real life animals. I am very, very sentimental with my objects. I have so many model horses at home, and even now, anytime I get a new model horse, I name it, I know everything about this horse. They replicate the love that I have for my real life horses. So these little cows ignite that same adoration that I have for my little objects. Hi, I'm Chloe Hayden, and these are my objects for Powerhouse Materials Textiles. Teddy bear made by Ruby Worry. Object number 85/834. Something that is really important to my hex code of autism is texture. One part of why I adore teddy bears is when they are a really, really soft texture, and being able to hold onto something and cuddle something that is so soft calms my nervous system, calms my mind, calms my body, slows my heart rate, and makes everything just feel a little bit more doable. Men's waistcoat owned by the Darcy family. Object number 2019/98/1.
This waistcoat is beautiful because it's Irish made. My dad is Irish and he came out to Australia when he was 21. Ireland's such an integral part of my identity, and I think my boldness and my courage and my advocacy all comes from the heart of an Irish woman. The Witchy Poo outfit by Yardena Spiridon Gogos. Object number 2022/68/4. I love experimenting with my fashion. What's the point in getting dressed every day if you're not there to play dress up? One thing about me, you will never see me out of character in the wrong clothes. I will always be dressed for the occasion.
Teddy bear made by Ruby Worry. Object number 85/834.
Teddy bears have always been such a big part of my life. I probably own, I reckon 150 teddy bears. This little teddy in particular creates a response for me because my nan, she loved collecting teddy bears, and particularly ones that looked very, very similar to this.
Miniature Paper Mache Cows by Wilhelmina Jerd. Object number A160.
I anthropomorphize my objects so deeply, and all of my little objects have these backstories. These little cows ignite that same adoration that I have for my real life horses and my real life animals.
Handmade swing type rocking horse. Object number 2011/31/1.
My entire life I wanted a rocking horse like this, and if you find it gone from the collection, don't look in my bag. There's just something so absolutely stunning about a well-made, hand-painted rocking horse.